We've been waiting for all season long. He could wrap up just a stellar and possibly even a historic season. Win at the X, win at the U.S. Open, the Sea-Doo Pro Wakeboard Series tournament champion.
He's done it all except this. He did win the boys division like his brother, and that was his coming out party, and that's when he went on to become the X Games, etc. champion. There was a huge S-bend, and there's a switch stance grip. Now watch this next trick. If he pulls it off, it's a trick that Park invented. Yeah, it's the S-bend to blindside. Parks butt checks us a little bit, but I think that's because he went so big. He went huge on that Vulcan, and that is a giant, absolutely giant first pass.
Parks knew before he went on the water he had to get well over 20,000 points. Jeremy Kovac, the current leader.
Here's his S-bend. Look at that extension. Look how high he goes. The board out of the view of the cameraman, about 15, 20 feet in the air, does a complete 360, and then he lands it. And then his last trick, the Vulcan. Big backside carve. You got to get a huge Rayleigh-like carve into the wake to be able to pull this trick off. He's going giant. Now it looks like he's going to do an S-bend, but right there, he lands aboard fakie. Parks leaned back a little bit too far, but you can tell his experience on the water, been wakeboarding for a long time, and been water skiing since he's been 6 months old. His experience right there pays off, and he holds on to that giant trick.
Important to point that out because at 15, some people might say, well, what kind of experience a 15-year-old going to have? And he's been doing it for so long. 10,540, pass number one. He is 25 seconds away from a possible world championship.
Starts off with the switch stance Rayleigh. Here comes the whirlybird. We saw Sean go down on it.
Perfect.
We saw Greg make it, and Parks makes it look easy. Coming in switch stance, a switch stance front flip. Ooh, taking a little bit of time here. Could affect him at the end. There's the Mobius. He's got it. 2 seconds left. He gets it in. The switch tantrum. Parks bonifay's got to be a happy man. That is the 2 giant passes for Parks. And is it enough to overtake Jeremy? We'll have to see what the judges say.
And also remember the revenge factor. Jeremy leads right now, but Dean Lavelle yet to come. He sets a new world record in preliminary competition coming into the final round.
Parks Bonifay definitely saw Dean's pass yesterday and knew that he had to put up a big number. So what does he do? He comes out, puts an S-bend and a Vulcan in his first pass, and then in his second pass, a whirlybird and a Mobius. And here's the Mobius right here. Parks going huge on it. Nice handle pass. Really clean, a la Jeremy.
Bonifay will ride first and then Shapiro. He needs 57.01. A score by his standards should be easy to beat.
Boy, he starts it off with a huge 911. That's a variation off the Rayleigh. Great trick.
Bonifay pumping the crowd. They've lined up by the hundreds here at Treasure Island.
They sure have. I tell you, he's going off so far. There's the Pete Rose. Oh, that was sketch. He barely made it through that second wake.
The wind's been kicking up all afternoon long. It is coming right down his back. It gets rougher as he goes.
Well, he backed off a little bit after that Pete Rose. Backside roll, frontside back roll, backside roll to blind. A pretty technical trick. For the most part, a little bit easier for Parks Bonifay.
Working the water a little bit as it gets rougher.
Watch him coming in here. That's a very good trick, but boy, I tell you, 3-6, not the best for Parks Bonifay.
Second pass, Parks heading into the waves. Now it will get smoother as he goes down the course.
Steps it up. There's the S-bend. He's been throwing that for quite some time. That's a beautiful trick. Throws a method grab on a backside front flip and sketches out on his bum.
Makes the nice save. Bonifay hanging on again. Working the wind. It has been tough all day long. Everybody's had to deal with it.
Very difficult water conditions. There's the front flip, backside front flip. Not a bad pass for Parks Bonifay.
2 good complete passes. Now we all know as he finishes up the second pass what to expect on the double up. We will see the double tantrum.
You see that hoochie right there. He gets a great grab, but boy, he almost goes down. Then watch right here. Boy, it almost comes out from him. He got a little bit off balance. That squirts the board out and accelerates it, almost leaving him behind.
He knows he needs a double backflip if he's going to compete with Shapiro. Here it goes.
Oh, he's almost got it. Oh, just barely skating away. Did you see the board even went around? He threw a half cab at the end of it.
These fans follow wakeboarding. Some of the biggest fans here in San Francisco and the Bay Area. Oh, they've been waiting to see that.
Boy, he almost got back around. That's a beautiful trick. One more look at it. Look at this. He's got the board on the water. It just skips out. He barely lets go, but he is stoked.
And you can hear the audible Betty bonifay in the background. Always a staunch supporter of Parks and his riding. And here's Watkins' score, enough to put him in third place for the moment, but you see Harp there on top with the 94, followed by Watson. Can Parks bonifay put it together? Many claim the best free rider in the sport, not just competition, but out there, what they do with the pointless crew. Even did a tow-in session at Chopu, if you can believe that. It's a very dangerous break in Tahiti. So Parks has board skills across the board.
Big S-bend showing you the power move out of him. Great upper body control.
See that little gash off the lip. It's good to see Parks throw some spray. Whoa! A signature trick for Parks bonifay.
Yeah, it's the ball dangler actually passing it right between his legs there like a basketball. You can see here also, comes up backside board slide and actually gaps backside. Here with the S-bend, as I mentioned, great control, showing you the power move, the power that he possesses when he's out there on the water. Once again, the ball dangler, take a look here, and passes it right between his legs like a basketball. Very technically difficult move off that slider.
A basketball, really?
Yes, a basketball.
Second pass for Parks bonifay. And you can see right now he's pointing down at the chop, wanting things to calm down for his second pass.
Nice style on the flat bar. Yeah, go for the whirly 5, but he goes down. Second time we've seen this trick today, and the second time rider has not been able to pull it off. He was setting up for it, he gets into this flat bar, nothing too crazy except for some nice style as he goes backside along it. And here, the whirly 540, counter rotations, you got your 3, and then he sneaks in another 180, but is not able to stand it up.
I'd have to predict, maybe Froggy got inside of Parks' mind there on the dock. There's some voodoo on this run. It's rare to see Parks go down, but it was such a technical move, and it's going to be interesting to see if he can get back into the flow.
Again, another handle pass on the A-frame. So you come to expect dominance on the sliders from a pointless crew member, and that's what you got. No problem at all with the sliders. You can see the handle pass there, but that whirly 5, that's what got his points down. He's going to need to do something huge on this double up.
He's trying to amp for the double up. Parks bonifay, chance to make up for that fall slightly. Oh! And Betty bonifay, as everyone else realizes the trick that has plagued so many riders, Parks able to do it in contest.
And he's got it so dialed, it's a double half-cab roll.
Was it enough to eclipse the 94 set by Harp? We'll get Parks' score and more riding after this.